Hello. Today we are going to talk about Michigan football. It is something that I'm excited for this year. I'm excited for it every year, but this year especially because all the hype, all the players we got back, the coaching staff. We've beaten Ohio State 2 years in a row. The momentum is going. State's on the downslide. It's just, we got new scoreboards that are going to be incredible, lighting system, the whole atmosphere is just going to be crazy. So we're going to talk about, start out with last season, what we liked about it, what we'd like to have carry over to this season, what we would like to see left behind. And obviously, I am not an expert on Michigan football, but I do have an opinion, and I look forward to sharing my opinion, but I want you guys to give me your opinion. Let's get hyped up. Let's have discussions. Let's be respectful of each other. We can have difference of opinions, and they all matter. They all count. So let's get started. And thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And go blue. The second part that I would like to talk to about last year was what is something both good and bad from last season that you would like to see be left behind or continued onto this season. For me, what I'd like to see left behind is the offense at the beginning of the year. I realize that you don't want to show everything and you don't want to, let the bigger fishes, so to speak, at the, in conference play, see your whole offense. I'm not saying show them your trick plays but when we come out and we look bland every year at the beginning of the year, and it's just, to me, it doesn't benefit us. It kind of brings the whole atmosphere down, you got to build excitement. You got to, I'm not saying go out there and put up 60 every week, against these smaller schools, but you still have to come out and have energy and drive and be competitive so that, it just needs to start out quick. And we always start out the offense slow. Something good that I'd like to see from last year to this year is that when someone goes down, the next man steps up. And last year we did. When Blake went down, Donovan stepped up. We just had people that understood their role, but when they were called on, they came out and they nailed it. They make us a better team during practices and pushing the starters. But when they were called on, they were ready to go. And that's one thing I like about Michigan football is that we're set up to where there's not that much of a downside if someone unfortunately gets injured. So that's something that I think is fabulous. Every year it seems like we're able to bring that to the next season and just keep going with it. Hello. Today we are going to talk about Michigan football. It is something that I'm excited for this year. I'm excited for it every year, but this year especially because all the hype, all the players we got back, the coaching staff. We've beaten Ohio State 2 years in a row. The momentum is going. State's on the downslide. It's just, we got new scoreboards that are going to be incredible, lighting system, the whole atmosphere is just going to be crazy. So we're going to talk about, and start out with last season, what we liked about it, what we'd like to have carry over to this season, what we would like to see left behind. And obviously, I am not an expert on Michigan football, but I do have an opinion, and I look forward to sharing my opinion, but I want you guys to give me your opinion. Let's get hyped up. Let's have discussions. Let's be respectful of each other. We can have difference of opinions, and they all matter. They all count. So let's get started. And thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And go blue. So because it's all about this year and last year's in the past, we had a fantastic season. It's time to move on. It's time to look at this year and what we're capable of doing and what I think we're going to do this year. The first question is, looking ahead to this season, what would you like to see with the offense? Well, I mean, word is that they're looking to go 50-50, 50 run, 50 pass. We have the talent, with JJ as the quarterback. We've got some good receivers. Obviously, we've got two of the best running backs in college football. We got an O-line that is just going to be fantastic. I mean, I don't think there's a better O-line in college football this year. But for offense, so with that being said, 50-50, I would love to see Blake and Donovan on the field at the same time. I think that defenses will not know what to do. Edwards is such a phenomenal pass catcher that when he's in the backfield, is he going to run? Is he going to, head out and catch a pass? With Blake and Donovan, their running styles are completely different. So again, what's the defense going to do? So I just hope that they put them both in there at the same time and mesmerize the other team and confuse them and just let them try to figure it out. And when they figure it out, we'll switch it up. So that's my biggest thing I'd like to see from the offense. The defense I want to see this year is the same thing we always bring. I mean, we want to go after the quarterback, make sure that we're filling the gaps, make sure that we're being where we are supposed to be. We've got some good corners this year, so Michigan's secondary to me has always been kind of their I don't want to say weak link, but an area where you're kind of like, oh, are we really going to do good against, this team and with our corners? This year, I think we will. And I think that as long as we come up and we come out with energy, with passion, and do what we know, no penalties. We're really good at not getting penalties. Let's keep that going. I'm really looking forward to a really good defense this year. The game that I am most worried about this year is not the Michigan State game, not the Ohio State game, even though those are both rivalries, so anything can happen. It's Penn State. Penn State, it's at Penn State. It's a day game, so they might do a whiteout, but it's not the same thing without the nighttime atmosphere and the crowd going crazy, so that's going to benefit us. But they're still a talented team. They've got areas that they can exploit on us, and so yeah, that would be my concern. And hopefully we can handle it and move on to the next. So I would love to know your opinion. So just please put it down in the comment, and we can have conversation back and forth about what we're looking forward to this year. Are we going to take it all the way to the end and win the big prize? How do you feel? Just anything that you're feeling about Michigan football anything you want to talk about. This is my first video ever of being in front of the camera, so I realized it was probably not the greatest. Hopefully I'll get better. But I'm just anxious to build a community where we can talk about Michigan football or sports or anything, actually. So I look forward to making the next video. On the next video, I am going to be making what my prediction is going to be for the season, as well as individual game scores that I believe is going to happen. And I'd love to know yours. So please put it down in the comment. If you could like, share, and follow me, that would be fantastic. Until the next one.